Hey folks, welcome to the channel Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. I do non-pop country music reactions, sometimes reviews, but mostly reactions. Pretty sure I don't know this song, The Devil Went Down to Texas by Jackson Walker, and Saremile made a gift to the channel for me to do this one. So Saremile, shout out to you, thank you. Saremile is down in Texas, a couple hours north of Houston is where she lives, so I'm sure this has a special meaning to you. You probably hear this every so often on regular country radio. I don't know how much of a takeoff on Charlie Daniels' song, The Devil Went Down to Georgia, this is, but I'm guessing there might be a reference or two in this one to that one. So, let's see what he's got. Yeah, I love this. Being a Jersey boy, I just love this. I love country, as you could tell. I mean, I've been doing the channel for 7 years, but non-pop country is my thing. And many of yours as well. So here we go. Oh, it says here, the devil went down to Texas after Georgia. They might meet in the playoffs, Texas and Georgia.
Down to Texas, chasing that southern pride. He heard about a man with steel string grit and fire in his guitar stride. Johnny was on a ranch that day, picking out a wild new tune, with the cattle fed and a sky blood red as the sun sank way too soon. The devil said, boy, I've come again, and I'm here to test your fame. You beat me once, but I'm still the best, so let's settle this old game. This time it ain't no fiddle, it's guitars that we'll play. I'll put up my crown if you lay it down. What do you have to say?
I already know Jacob Harris is going to like this because Jacob loves his guitar. So they're going to have a duel.
Johnny tipped his hat and grinned. Devil, I don't back down. You'll learn today that Texas boys will always stand their ground. I'll play my song of faith and love, and you can try your worst. But remember this, you're in my land, so get ready to be cursed. Out in the plains where the coyotes cry, a showdown was set to go. The devil's cords were sharp as blades, Johnny rosined up his bow. The stars above bore witness to this legendary fight. The good Lord said, stand strong, my son, and play with all your might. The devil's...
All right, but why did he rosin up his bow? They just said this is going to be a guitar battle. But Johnny rosin up his bow. All right, let's see where it goes.
First, his guitar screamed like a rattlesnake's deadly bite. His riffs were dark and the notes he'd been cut deep into the night. He played with fire and brimstone, heat a storm in every chord. But Johnny just stood cool as a Texas breeze, just waiting for the word.
Was it Johnny or the devil here?
Then Johnny strummed the melody that echoed across the land. A tune so pure, so wild and free, like a rose in the desert sand. He sang of that old Frio River, the stars in that big Texas sky, family roots and God's own truth, and a love that never dies. Out in the plains where the coyotes cry, the devil began to fade. Johnny's song was Texas strong with every note he played. But those stars at night lit up that fight and cast the devil low, and the spirit of the Lone Star State began to overflow. The devil staggered, his fingers weak, his chords began to crack. He said, boy, you've won again, but one day I'll be back. Johnny said, don't waste your time, 'cause you'll never take this land. Texas runs too deep in me, and I'll always take my stand. That Texas claimed its song. And Johnny proved that faith and heart will always keep you strong. The Lone Star shines for those who fight with courage and with grace. And the devil knew that Texas pride would always hold its place. Out in the plains where the coyotes cry, Texas claimed its song. And Johnny proved that faith and heart will always keep you strong. The Lone Star shines for those who fight with courage and with grace. And the devil knew that Texas pride would always hold its place.
Okay. I don't know, probably about 4 minutes into the song, I thought, this would be a great one for Stevie Ray Vaughan. Because, all right, in this song, the difference between Charlie Daniels' song and this one was that in Charlie Daniels' The Devil Went Down to Georgia, there was an actual duel that took place, a battle, a fiddle battle. In this one, there wasn't a guitar battle. In this one, it was just Texas is like wonderful, we don't back down, and the devil found out and he lost the battle. But there wasn't an actual battle that took place in the song. I was waiting for that. And maybe that's why it came to mind about Stevie Ray Vaughan and Texas Flood, because maybe Stevie Ray on guitar is the Charlie Daniels equivalent of Charlie being on fiddle. Stevie Ray Vaughan, his guitar playing was just, you just watch and you're like, you could see the devil, imaginary in your mind, obviously looking and being like, oh my God, I lose. But there was a lot in there, and there was a lot of potential, a lot more potential in this song. But it really was an homage to Texas, not to Johnny's guitar playing, because there wasn't a battle. There was a little bit of a riff in there, but it wasn't something that was like over the top where it would just grip your attention. It was kind of, in one sense, normal guitar playing. So that element was missing from the song. I was waiting for that to show up because, it was a setup. It was a takeoff. It was like a sequel to The Devil Went Down to Georgia, but the battle never took place. It was more theoretical that, Johnny's really good again on guitar because he's from Texas, and the devil didn't learn his lesson. But yeah, what do you say? Like, faith and heart is what you need, and we don't back down. And okay, so in one sense, so it was kind of muddied. It was an homage to Texas. So I don't know if Texans have adopted this and to what extent they've adopted it, but the battle didn't take place, and that's what I wanted to hear was who's going where. Like, a friend of mine, Frankie Ballard. He's a really good guitar player. I would have loved to have seen a battle take place within the context of this song. I do like his voice, though. I don't know what else Jackson has done, but where he's gone in his career. But based on this one song, which I think is my first exposure to him, there's so much potential there. And maybe it was realized. Maybe there are other songs of his that were really good, but the instrumentation was good. The production was good. His voice was really good. The way he sang it, the diction was really good. So all of that was in place. It was just a storyline here. And I'm sure you may have heard this before. There wasn't an actual battle in it. So I was a little confused about that. But all right, so I'm going to rate this song. And the number that popped into my head on this was an 8.8. I was intrigued. That kept me in there. And anytime you're going to take off on an iconic song like The Devil Went Down to Georgia, you may have to punch above your pay grade. I'm not sure. But it actually could have been done if the duel took place in here and Johnny kicked the devil's ass again. But it was just stated that because I'm a Texan, I win. and that was sort of a muddied message in it. So anyway, I wonder if there's something else of Jackson's out there now. I'm really curious because they're really good musicians, had a good producer on this one, and the concept of the song was good. And I mean, that's what kept my intrigue the whole time. Like, all right, let's hear this battle. And then maybe there's going to be a part 4 where part 3 where he goes to Mississippi and he beats him on harmonica or some other thing. I'm like, this thing could have a life of its own. And maybe it does. I'm not sure. But anyway, Saremile, thank you for that, my dear. That was fun. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.